Hey, what's up guys, Shuckle King here, bringing you my Week 4 Team Builder in Battle for APA Academy against Trog. Trog took over a team that was 1-1, so not a terrible position, and he won last week, so he's currently 2-1. So definitely a pretty formidable opponent. He had made a couple transactions that definitely improved his team, like getting a broken G-Max Gengar. Man, that's crazy to have basically 3 top-tier threats on his team, especially with DRACOVISH also getting picked up, in addition to already having corviknight, a third corviknight. Yes, in the first 4 weeks of the season. It's kind of ridiculous, but I will definitely take it because I know how bad corviknight matches against my team. But I think Trog is the best team out of the 3 that we've faced that had corviknight. But anyway, before I get more into this, make sure you guys if you guys appreciate the video, and maybe give a subscription. I would definitely appreciate it. So, looking at his team from most to least threatening, again, it's that G-Max Gengar. No true switching. Depending on the coverage, you could have like Psychic to hit the Roserade. You could have Focus Blast to hit my Colossal. I feel like Colossal is the best thing to take it on, but even with Rocks up, I'm going to get to it KO'd. So, really nothing to switch into necessarily. I mean, granted, I have a lot of ways to revenge kill. Even in G-Max form, I'd be doing a crap ton of damage with Dragapult, Zeraora, Mamoswine if it's Scarfed would add speed, Obstagoon if it's Scarfed I guess would add speed, and I'm pretty sure I could take a hit. Actually no, I wouldn't take a Focus Blast, who am I kidding? Maybe a Fairy move, but obviously not Focus Blast. Yeah, so Gengar could be pretty annoying to take care of. DRACOVISH, I do have Gastrodon, which pretty much counters it, but outside of that, just going for Fish's Wrench is so powerful. Even Roserade can't really take it on that well, and it resists it. I don't think Cramorant has taken it that well either. So Sulk. Sulk might be a little bit weird of a pick there, but especially because I have a Dragapult. But outside of that, going for Close Combat plus Knockoff does pretty well against my team, and then you throw like Poison Gem or Stone Edge to hit Togekiss. And it's a pretty good combination there. Ice Punch even to hit the Togekiss plus the Roserade is a pretty good combination of move there. And if you Scarfed, it'd be pretty problematic. And I would expect it to be Scarfed just because I have Roserade, Obstagoon, Zeraora, Dragapult. That would all revenge kill. Even a Scarfed Togekiss could revenge kill a Sulk if he's not Scarfed. So I imagine it'd be Scarfed. Mudsdale can rocket handle Zeraora. Gardevoir can be Scarfed, and it also has Volt Absorb to handle my Zeraora pretty well. Corviknight, I imagine it'll be the 6th mon that come just because it is one of his tier 1s, and it's still it's a pretty decent mon to handle like Obstagoon and Mamoswine. Next, Vanillix and Beartic, the combination could come maybe over like Corviknight, Gardevoir potentially. It's definitely an annoying combination as my ice resists are pretty bad outside of Mamoswine. But even with Mamoswine, they could have a Flash Cannon on the Vanillix or Superpower Aqua Jet on the Beartic. So even then, Mamoswine's not the greatest switch into those two. It's kind of hard to set up the Hail combination. Maybe if it's a Hail boosting item, I forget what that's called, but to have Hail for 8 turns, that would be pretty problematic. But if I can get hazards up, I could pressure the Beartic, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. I'm more worried about the Beartic in that sense, because I don't think Vanillix is going to be Scarfed or anything. I think it wants to have the help as much as possible if it comes. Incineroar, don't expect it to come because I have 3 ground types. It could come to handle Dragapult, but I would doubt it. Bolton, definitely not coming because I have Dragapult, Zeraora, and 3 ground types. Trevenant, don't expect it to come since it's not that good. And I would imagine it's for niche matchups, and I don't think it's worthy of bringing this matchup. So my thought perhaps going into it, figure out ways to deal with this Gengar, figure out ways to deal with the DRACOVISH, and from there I should be in pretty decent shape. So first Pokemon I have is my Dragapult, Choice Specs. Switch-ins aren't that great to a Shadow Ball. Special Defensive Corviknight can take it. Incineroar takes it okay, but it's not going to be taking a Draco Meteor, obviously. And they're really only the 2 mods to handle it. Specs Shadow Ball does a crap ton to Gengar. Even after Rocks, I think there's a chance that I can kill. So it's just crazy how strong the Dragapult is. And I have a lot of speed. Normally you don't need to run this much speed on Dragapult, and I've been running Modest or plus attack every week, but I do want the speed to add speed. Any variation of Dracovish, even if you Scarfed, I will add speed, so that's definitely super clutch. I don't add speed, max speed Vanillix. I don't believe I could reach that with this spread. Even if I was like 252 timid speed, I don't outspeed Vanillix, and I don't add speed Jolly / Rush Beartick. I outspeed Adamant, but not Jolly, so something to note there. Flamethrower for the corviknight, because I don't want it to get pressure stalled in the off chance that happens. And then U-turn for a momentum, pretty straightforward there. Next Pokemon I have is Choice Scarf Mamoswine. Max attack, max speed. This allowed me to speed tie the Gardevoir if he's Choice Scarfed, and I'd imagine it would be Choice Scarfed. A pretty good revenge kill to Dragapult plus Aurora, because Gardevoir also would outspeed and max speed Dragapult, unless if I were Scarfed or have a Dragon Dance up. Earthquake, Icicle Crash, pretty straightforward. Hits a lot of the team except for the Corviknight. Yeah, that's basically it. Knockoff would be there to remove items from the Corviknight to hit the Gardevoir potentially. Didn't really need like knockoff necessarily. Maybe to knock off like a Vanillix hail extender item. I can't forget what that's called. And Freeze Dry is there to kill the Dracovish after one Stealth Rock switch in. So that's definitely super clutch, and maybe not something that he would expect, because it's going to be 4 times weak being water and dragon. So I went with a minus defense nature over maybe taking like a Max Ooze or a Shadow Ball from a Gengar. Next Pokemon I have is Coalossal, and I want this to mean max special defensive to take on Gengar as much as possible. After Rocks, I'm probably getting Twig KO'd by Focus Blast, but he would have to predict me to go into this. And I could have had Earthquake on this to hit the Gengar harder, but I wanted first Rocks on my team in general. Stone Edge with the G-Max move still does a crap ton of residual damage. Fire Blast a way to hit the Corviknight, and then Will-O-Wisp is super nice because Dracovish is a pretty obvious switch in if I have a Coalossal out, so I can neuter that if I'm still in my regular form, and it would also hit the Corviknight. So I'll be able to super weaken it because I do have Flamethrower on Dragapult, so I'm not doing as much damage to the Corviknight as opposed to Fire Blast. So I want to be making sure I basically at least negate leftovers if possible. Next Pokemon I have, and Coalossal also handles Vanillix pretty well. Not the Beartick, but it handles the Vanillix part of that core. So next I have Gastrodon, and I felt like I had to bring it just as an answer for Dracovish. Choice Band and Outrage would be doing a lot of damage, but it's kind of so be it, and I don't have Protect on this to take that, so I probably do die to a 2 Choice Bandit hits, but that's something I'd have to consider, and I can revenge kill with my Dragapult and maybe other things on my team. Pretty straightforward set. Skull to maybe get a burn on the Corviknight. Toxic is there for the Gardevoir Overprotect if it's Water Absorb, and I could get a Toxic on it, can at least put a little bit on a timer. But I imagine it's going to have Energy Ball to hit my Gastrodon. I'm almost guaranteeing that. An Earth Power can hit the Gengar a little harder. I imagine a Gengar could also run Energy Ball to handle my Gastrodon. So something I got to watch out for. But I figured Toxic was too important to not have. Or too important to not have over, say, Protect the Scat if the Gengar has a Energy Ball, because I imagine it will. And again, Coalossal can switch into the Gengar, really no issue. Zeraora is the next mon. Again, same speed as my Dragapult, and speed Dracovish. So if I go for a play route or a knockoff Plasma Fist beforehand, Fish's Wrench shouldn't be knocking me out. Unless he's Choice Banded, I think has a chance to knock me out. But Bulk Up as well. Bulk Up can potentially set up on a couple things in the team. Probably not much, but if I can suspect a switch out, then Bulk Up is looking pretty decent at that point. Knock Rough plus Play Rough has an okay chance to kill Gardevoir. Not the greatest chance, but I'd have to predict the Gardevoir switch in. If he stays elite defensive, then I don't kill. But again, I can set up Bulk Ups on the Gardevoir if it's elite defensive Gardevoir set. Plasma Fist to hit the Corviknight. That's another one I can set up Bulk Ups on, is the Corviknight primarily. I don't hit the Mudstale, but I have other things, like I have Gastrodon, I have Mamoswine, I have even a Specs. Dragapult can all deal damage. They can't kill, and my last Pokemon can kill. So if I am faced against a Mudstill, I am going to be leading with this last one. But otherwise, Zeraora matches really well. And it also hits the Gengar, because Gengar has to hold a Pokeball, it's not going to have Colbur Berry. So I'm doing a ton of damage with a knockoff. Last Pokemon I have is Roserade. So Roserade can handle, and unless it's special defensive or AV, I kill a Mudstill with Leaf Storm. With this Roserade set, the speed allowed me to outspeed Sawk. And I do kill a Sawk if it goes for close combat and gets a -1 defense drop. I will kill a Leaf Storm, which is clutch there. Sleep Powder, obviously I ran it before for Corviknight, and getting a sleep on something is super clutch. Synthesis, I might not be going for much, but if I can get Spikes up, Spikes would be super clutch if I can get Rocks and Spikes. And Pressure's team, his hazard removal is the Corviknight, so if I can put that to sleep, kind of similar to the strategy I had before, then I'm in pretty decent shape. And Corviknight is his only hazard removal, so that's something to note as well. So definitely the hardest match I would say out of the 3 Corviknight teams that I faced, but I'm still pretty confident that I can get this win. But we'll see. Let's get right into the game. Alright, here we are for the battle against Trog, and his team, let me write it down, consists of no Corviknight, okay, Dracovish, Incineroar, Gardevoir, Mudstill, no Gengar. I will take that 100%. So that means yes, no Corviknight, no Bolton or Sawk. I'm also okay with that too. Sawk was definitely pretty problematic. Interesting team for sure. Definitely going based around the hail. Let's see, Roserade is not that good in this matchup. Let's go with, I think I can, he's probably going to lead a Mudstill. So I think I can lead Roserade. I don't know if I got that 6 spawn in. Let's see. I think I got all 6 in. Alright, pretty clutch. That was definitely down in a wire there. Yeah, sorry, I was getting set up here, but this was definitely the quickest setup that we've had so far this season, so I will definitely take that. Leads with Mudstill. Great. And I'm leading with Dragapult apparently, so not what I was planning, but I think I'm pretty okay with this. How much would a Drake or Meteor do? Let's see, Dragapult to Mudstill. Not Dynamax. I do a lot of damage. I mean, I'm not going to kill, so I'm going to U-turn out. And I'm sure he's going to just get rocks up here. Like 10%. That's a little bit of damage. Maybe a little less than 10%. So I'm going to go into my Roserade. We'll see if he goes for Earthquake or Heavy Slam, and see what type of spread this set is. Alright, rocks. Yeah, definitely not surprised about that. What does he have? He does not have Defog, so I can get Spikes up pretty reliably. What's his switching into this? Incineroar? Yeah, I'm gonna just go for Spikes. That pressures his team a lot. He's gonna switch out, and then hopefully I can catch something with a Sleep Powder the following turn. It would be pretty unfortunate if he brings in the Vanilluxe here. But I do have Mamoswine, so I'm not too worried about that. And I am Scarfed. So I could definitely surprise that. Definitely surprise the Vanilluxe if he decides to stay in and Flash Cannon for some reason. I don't believe I should be dying with Flash Cannon, unless if he specs. Let's see. Mamoswine versus Vanilluxe. 252 Flash Cannon. Choice specs would kill. Yeah, that would kill. So that's definitely a risk that I may or may not have to take. So maybe I should have sleep patterned here. Hopefully it doesn't ring in a Vanillix. Alright, DRACOVISH comes in. Not worried about this. I can just go right into Gastrodon. Problem is, he can just go right into Vanillix, predicting this. I would have liked to put this to sleep. Let's see, Roserade, DRACOVISH. I should be taking a Choice Scarf tip. Let's see. Choice Scarf. With a lot of speed. Yeah, I'd be taking like 85%. That's a crap ton. But I'm going to go for the sleep pattern. And if I know it's Scarf, that makes it a lot better to know. Ice Fang. I'm going to be doing a decent amount. I know he's Scarf now. And he's asleep. I'm down to 139. Pull up a calculator. 59 to 39. That's like 120. 75% with Ice Fang. So it could be Adamant. Could also be Jolly. So I can synthesis up here. Leaf Storm will also do a lot, and I don't think it's going to be double Scarfed. But getting double layer spike seems pretty decent. Huh. Interesting for sure. Okay, he stays in. Get one layer up. And then I can go into Mamoswine. He doesn't really have a ton for that at this point. Yeah, I'm definitely fine with this exchange. So let's go into Mamoswine, Choice Scarfed. I could also go into my Coalossal. Maybe that was the play. And then going for Stealth Rocks. But I like the offensive pressure that Mamoswine provides here. So let's see. Take rocks damage, he's still asleep, so that's pretty clutch. So again, just making sure his team doesn't really have an answer to this. I can also freeze dry, but I think Earthquake is just pretty safe. But he could go into Mudstill, but then I just go into Gastrodon, so I'm fine with that exchange. I imagine he goes into Mudstill or something on a balloon. Let's see, Incineroar's probably on a balloon. Intimidate comes off, because otherwise Earthquake's good to a KO. Yeah, Air Balloon. Yeah, I should have gone for the Icicle Crash there. Oh well. So, Air Balloon. Incineroar. Let's see, you could go for Earthquake here. Gastrodon's a pretty safe switch in. Problem is he can just go right into Vanillix and U-turn, and then again a Flash Cannon could kill my Mamoswine. And that would be pretty problematic, so things I have to consider. I would be weakening his team at least. But I think I do want this Gastrodon alive to take on the Beartic. Let's see. 205. He's gonna go for Flare Blitz. Okay, I will 100% take that. 205 to 156. That's like 40 HP. 40 out of calculator. 40 out of 218 is like 18%. That is not much. That still might be max attack. I think I can go for a Toxic here. Gardevoir might be the switch in, predicting me to go for a Scald and to get my Water Absorb. And if I could put that on a timer, that would be pretty clutch. And I think I can take this. I can bring in the Gardevoir later on in this matchup, but if Gardevoir has a... I can bring in the Gastrodon later in this matchup, but if Gardevoir has a offensive Energy Bowl, then it's definitely good to scout this information out. I think at this point I can go into my Coalossal if he goes into Gardevoir here. But I also do want to keep Coalossal alive, I guess, to take on the Vanillix. His blizzards are going to be doing not too much to it because I am max special defensive. Beartic does have Aqua Jet and Superpower. So there are some things I had to consider at least. Let's see, 2 scoops. The Vanillix? Okay. Freeze Dry seems like a pretty obvious play. It seems a little too obvious. Now I can go... Alright, I hit a Toxic. That's great. It is pretty nice that I do have Mammoth Swine. Does Mammoth Swine outspeed Beartic? Let's see. Beartic. 252 plus 2. Jolly would outspeed. Adamant does not outspeed, so that's interesting to note. I think I go into my Roserade just in case he goes for the Flash Cannon. I think that's definitely the safest play there. So let's see. Roserade is not going to be as useful, and I can still take on the Mudsdale with my Gastrodon. Gastrodon is going to be doing a decent amount in this game. 36 HP, just goes for the Freeze Dry. Okay. Kills my Roserade, but I can get up Rocks now because this Vanillix isn't going to be doing anything to my Coalossal. So yeah, let's do that. I don't think I had to G-Max right away here. That is unfortunate. I have to take 25%. I did consider putting a Rapid Spin on this set, but I decided not to. I think Stealth Rocks is a pretty good play just to get a lot of chip on his team. And then it looks like Mammoth Swine can do really good business once the Incineroar's Intimidate is... Once the Incineroar's Air Balloon is broken. Will Arnett. Okay, the Mudsdale comes out. Takes decent damage by the spikes, and then I get Rocks up. Okay. So Vanillix kills a Roserade. And this is leftovers. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Earthquake is probably going to be doing pretty decent damage to my Gastrodon. So I don't know if that's necessarily to switch in here. Mudsdale. Earthquake. Yeah, I think he's good at 2 KO. He's definitely good at 2 KO my Gastrodon from this range. Do I go Mammoth Swine? That doesn't seem great. I could just stay in. How much does... I do need to switch into this. Into the Vanillix. I could go Dragapult. Earthquake's doing a lot of damage, especially after Rocks. Let's go... Yeah, I think Mammoth Swine is pretty important in this game. It might have been a throw right here, but I am a little bit lower on time, so I got to make moves a little bit quicker here. So we're gonna go with the Dragapult and see how much damage this is gonna do. Maybe he's not max attack. 147 to 47, so 100 out of 167. So 60%. So he's not max attack. So pretty low attack. So low attack. Mudsdale. I think I go for the Draco Meteor to try to kill. Problem is he can bring in the Gardevoir here, but I think I just want to get a lot of actually I want to get a lot of damage. If he does bring the Gardevoir, then he's going to get bopped by a Draco Meteor. So Shadow Ball goes off, and it should be doing decent damage to this. Yeah, I like that. Like 50%. And he's going to kill my Dragapult off. Shadow Ball to the Mudsdale. It looks like it's probably not special defensive. So Mudsdale kills with Earthquake. So I have to bring in my Mamoswine here and go for Icicle Crash. And that could be doing a lot of damage to anything on the team, honestly. Even the... I mean, if I miss, that'd be pretty bad. But even the Incineroar, I'll be doing a lot of damage to. And he's starting to have fewer and fewer things. And if he lets me hit the... Incineroar, and I break the balloon, then I'm in my opinion, really good shape. So Incineroar comes out, it's gonna be taking Stealth Rock damage. Intimidate is fine. Icicle Crash comes off, Air Balloon. I might be able to even... He might not be able to switch in again, depending how much damage this does. Alright, that doesn't do much damage at all. But I do pop the Air Balloon, so that's pretty clutch. Bring him down to 50%. I obviously have to switch out. I go into... I do need an answer for the Beartic, so I think I have to keep that. So I'm gonna go into my Coalossal. Probably gonna go for U-turn again, and I might have to sack off this Coalossal. We'll see how it goes. Definitely not looking that great though. U-turn comes off. Okay, not doing that much damage. But my Mamoswine is looking in very good position. The only problem being if the Beartic is jolly and kills me with a superpower. Otherwise, I think I'm in really good shape to just spam Earthquake. Because the Beartic's gonna be like at 60%. And how much my Mamoswine gonna do to a Beartic? Beartic. I'm doing like 50 to 60% if he's max HP. If he's not max HP, I do 60%. So I think that's definitely the win condition there. So he was already asleep. So there's a better chance of him waking up here. But my Colossal's pretty low anyway. So I think I'm gonna Dynamax here and go for my rock move. The Vanillix also has to be the item that increases the hail. The hail amount. I forget what the item's called, but it just increases the amount of hail from 5 to 8 turns. So I don't think it's been 5 turns since the Vanillix has been in. It's definitely been longer. So here comes out my Coalossal. I'm definitely not taking a Fish's Rant. I don't even know if I'm pretty sure. I'm actually very confident I don't take one, even if I'm at full. So he does not wake up. That's really clutch. Getting this 3-turn sleep. We'll see how much damage this does, but it'll also be doing a lot of damage every turn thereafter. And I guess I'll be seeing what item, or what move he's going to be locked into. So the hail stops. That's definitely clutch for me. He's going to kill me with any one move, and then the Dracovish is going to die the following turn. Is there a benefit for me for going for max guard? There probably is, actually. And forcing the, so I get switch initiative. Yes, let's go for max guard. And I should be killing off the Dracovish here. Earthquake, okay, nice. So, Coalossal getting another kill. Kills Dracovish. Okay, so Dracovish is down. I will definitely be okay with that. Beartic is still an issue though. Ice types are pretty problematic against my team. He has a cool team that he brought for sure. So Roserite is dead and the Dragapult is dead. Yeah, Mamoswine still looks super good in this matchup. Depends if he's a bulky Beartic or not, if he's Jolly or Adamant. He might feel like he needs to Adamant, or he just might run an S-Speed just to add speed, max speed Dragapult. doing a lot of damage there. And I don't care about the Incineroar. This is actually great, so I won't get an Intimidate won't come off. Do I... I think I do max here. I have a 1 out of 3 chance. And he's gonna kill me with Earthquake anyway. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And if worst, he stays in, then I can get... I can go into Gastrodon and recover up. Yep, he takes me out there. Actually, no, I'm not, because I'm gonna be killing this... killing this too. Alright, so Incineroar dies to Coalossal passively. Alright, so it's a 4-on-3. Let's see, the Incineroar is dead. Let's see. Do I go into this? I think I do. Because I believe I 2 KO to Gardevoir. Alright, so Gardevoir comes out. And I guess we'll find out if this is Choice Scarfed or not. So that's a lot of damage there. Traces my Volt Absorb, that's fine. I should be taking 2 hits. I will take at least 1 hit. So knock off and a Play Rough should kill. And I will knock off the Choice Scarf. That's the best case scenario there. So let's see what happens. I think I'm still in an okay position. Definitely still have a chance to win this game. Huh, interesting. So he switches out. Oh, I'm gonna kill this. I'm fine with that exchange. So, Zeraora kills Mudsdale with the knockoff. Alright, so now it's down to a 3-on-3. Zeraora is also just annoying in general for him to deal with. Coalossal did plenty of work in this game. Yeah, Mammoth is definitely still the win condition. So it's whether the bear can actually even kill me. Let's see. That's actually something I should look up. Zeraora, the monster, against Beartic. 252. Life Orb. Icicle Crash. Doesn't kill. So, if he's adamant, very small chance that it kills. So I'm gonna just go for the knockoff here. That's gonna kill. Let me double check. Vanillix. Because I don't outspeed Choice Scarf, but knockoff. Oh yeah, you have an item. Yeah, you kill. I don't want to the Gardevoir playing some cheeky games and going for the Plasma Fist. Okay, crit. I don't think that's not gonna make a difference. So Zeraora kills Vanillix with knockoff. Alright, so it looks like it might be the Zeraora game at this point. Yep, here we go. Here comes the threat. Beartic. All comes down to this, so. Plasma Fist. I think I live. There's a chance that he flinches, obviously. I'm sure he outspeeds. Icicle Crash. If he's not a Life Orb, then I'm definitely okay. Let's see. I live. Do I get flinched? He has Life Orb. Makes sense. And I don't get flinched. Okay. I think I won this game. Nice. Definitely close. Yeah, I'm killing. Yep. So Zeraora kills Beartic with Plasma Fists. Yeah, and the leftovers were obviously clutch, because if I didn't have leftovers, I would have died there, and it definitely would have been problematic. I'll find out at the end of the game if he was Adamant or Jolly. Only brought me down to 18. I guess I could probably figure that out. Knockoff should be killing. I mean, the only problem would be if you were a Wish. But I'm going for the knockoff here. We'll find out if he's scarfed or not. He is scarfed. Okay. I mean, the only play is going into Mamoswine here. No Ice Shard. Gardevoir. Choice Scarf. Energy Ball. That will kill the Mamoswine. So it's all going to come down to this. I think it all comes down to this. This is pretty nerve-wracking here. Alright, Mamoswine, come on. You can do it. Outspeed. It's 100% a speed tie. Come on. I don't know if Ice Shard would have killed there. Come on. Yes. There it is. Oh my gosh. Oh man, Trog definitely made it super close. Oh man, I don't know if he knew that my Mamoswine was scarfed the whole time. I'm sure that was definitely a speed tie. Man, that stinks for him. But I would definitely take that 2-0 victory there. Oh boy, that was close. Yeah, the hail. I knew there was definitely a chance that it would come, and it would be pretty problematic, but I'm glad I was able to play around it like I did. And Mamoswine put in work there, or put in a lot of work. So, pretty satisfied with that game. Again, good game, Trog. That was super close. But until next time, later, guys.